Air is produced by Hollywood's favorite pair of best friends, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. It is directed by Affleck himself. The cast includes Matt Damon, Viola Davis, Jason Bateman, Chris Tucker, Marlon Wayans, and Chris Messina. The story follows Nike as they pursue a young rookie, Michael Jordan. They want to sign a deal with him in order to create a whole shoe line around him as a person. The movie quickly becomes a race between Nike, Adidas, and Converse as they see who can get him first. I love the performances in this movie so much, specifically Damon and Tucker. Chris Tucker just adds this subtle comedy and levity that the movie really needs, and I didn't realize until I was watching this movie that I really missed seeing him in things. Very happy he agreed to be in this movie. Matt Damon is so incredibly talented that he makes it look easy. He gives a great performance in this, and if this movie would have came out in like the 2000s, he probably would have gotten an Oscar nomination. This feels so human and not cartoonish, which I can't say the same for Chris Messina. Chris Messina feels the most cartoon-like of this cast, but I do feel like maybe that's what the movie was going for. It's just very ridiculous and over the top. It doesn't like bring the quality down of the movie at all. These kind of movies are very comforting to me. It reminds me of Spotlight and Moneyball, where it's these very real human stories told by great ensemble casts. It feels like a throwback to movies we would get in like the 2000s in theaters. It's an original story, and I can't believe they managed to make a story about this giant corporation feel so human. The movie has great pacing. It is an hour and 57 minutes long. I did not feel its runtime at all. I didn't check my phone at all, which is very rare for me nowadays. It's just entertaining throughout, and it manages to keep your attention even though it's just people talking, which shouldn't feel like a big deal, but it is a big deal these days. I loved the 80s production and the inclusion of like all the 80s music. Usually it feels very corny in other projects, but in this one it just works and it feels effortless. This movie is so fun and effective. I walked out feeling like I truly gained something. I learned things that I didn't know before, and I'm sure many other people are gonna have the same experience. This feels like one of those movies that's just very accessible to everyone, and I'm happy that it's in theaters and that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck were able to create this. I'm very excited to see what they do next. Apparently their next movie stars Jennifer Lopez and Gerard Jerome, which I'm very excited about. And yeah, Ben Affleck just seems on a roll right now. I'm really rooting for him.